Hello, in this video I'm going to show you some mole action. What is a mole? You might be asking. Well, a mole works for Linden Labs as a contractor. They're builders and techies and all sorts. They do a lot of different jobs. This here is Notta Mole, and she's one of the decorations team. And at the moment you'll see there's a lot of moles around the Bellisseria region, working very hard making all of the new regions, which are being brought out all the time. Now right now you'll see that Notta is floating there, and you're probably wondering what she's doing. Well, one of the cool things that moles do is they tend to work across the whole region using their cameras, so they don't really fly around all over the place because they're moles. You see, they're pretty cool like that. So if you look closely at the screen as I'm talking, you'll notice trees moving around behind this house because Notta's actually doing some tree laying at the moment. Now, she's a decorations mole, which means she can do anything from lampposts to hedges to rocks, shrubberies, fences, walls, trees, anything that you see around in the environment has probably been put down by one of her team. And there are a whole bunch of them, and you'll see lots of different names if you look at the objects. I think there's Notta, Yonder, Circle, Fox, Frost, and then of course there are other moles that take part as well. I think Missy throws some stuff down as well. So, but they've all got very mixed different jobs, and they all work on different teams, and different teams do different things, and they've all got a very strong mix of skills that they all put together and work together with. And it's always really nice to watch them because it's like now, before I made this video, I watched this hedge go from not being a hedge to being a nice long hedge. Let me see if I can show you some of the things that she's doing here. The big green houses, by the way, are encroachment covers, which allows the decoration moles to know that whatever they place in the way of a tree or a bush is not going to encroach into any of the houses that might get wrecked, because with the houses you get 4 choices, and so they need to make sure that whatever choice you choose when you become a tenant there, you're not going to have a tree branch coming through the ceiling or anything like that. So this allows them to know where all the houses and all the different shapes are going to be, and they can plan it from there, which is why they've got these big green houses around. You'll notice the house at the back there has got it lifted up. Sometimes they'll lift it up so that they can check that around the borders everything is fine. And it also allows them to see how things that they're building fit with the housing, and does it feel right. It's very much an art form of creating a landscape, and that's very much what these moles do all day long. And I wanted to get some of that on video because I've got lots of pictures which I've taken. But it's really cool to watch when you see things being placed and moved, to give you an idea of what they do. Now, I'd like to stress that moles are really lovely, but they are employed to do a job here. So while they will say hi to you and that, do be respectful of the fact that they are trying to work, and they're not being rude. They're literally just very focused, and like right now, Notta will be focused on putting in some shrubs down the bottom of that tree there. If you have a look, she's unlikely to notice that I'm even floating here. That's kind of a lie because I asked if it was okay to film her first. But the point is, in most cases, moles, you know, they're busy working, so don't be offended if they don't get back to you. And also, please remember the mole's job is not to act as support for you. So while they'd be more than happy to help you, it's not their job. They're not really allowed to do that. So if you do need help with something at your home that's a landscapey thing, just raise a support ticket and they'll be sure to get a mole sent over to you right away. And as you can see here, Notta is busy sticking in bushes and trees, and she's sticking in some bushes there. Look, you can see them going in. So it's really nice. If you watch the moles working, you can see the houses go in on just bare green, and then they add the rocks, and different moles do different bits. They all work together in different teams at different times. So, you know, depending on when you're online, you'll be lucky enough to watch them. Do try and stay out of their way. Don't get in the way of their rocks or whatever while they're trying to work. But as long as you stay back and just cam in, they don't mind you watching at all. So it's a good thing to watch, and it's a nice thing to appreciate for what they do, as they work very hard doing these things. And of course, one day we're all just going to be like, oh, Belly, yeah, it's been here for years, and you never remember what it was like or what went into it. So these videos, which I'm hoping to make, will show you what Belly looks like now in building, in construction, so you can get a feel for what it was like right now while it was all being built, and those people that were behind building it too. Anyway, that's enough for now. I'll say goodbye. Thank you to Notta for letting us film her, and I'll speak to you again soon.